EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco, it's Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off of play action, here's Lance. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete left side to Gray. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now Gordon on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Broncos hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a dinghy score. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows he picked up an even 20 yards after the initial contact. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
One, Omaha.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go. 21.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go.
This will be play number 7 on the
21.
drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
11.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners have moved out in front. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go,
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Garoppolo. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 93 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Oh, he pulls over him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Able to find Gray here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots.
Going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jock Risky Tart. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Injuries got to McCaffrey again in 2021. He's played just 10 games since his historic 2019 season. He's been averaging well over 100 yards per game when he's out there, though. And fans of the game are hoping this is the year he gets back to a full season of work.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
21.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here we go.
Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Mitchell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. DJ Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Play action. It's Wilson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up fourth down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Garoppolo now. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 25. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Wilson on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're able to get this to Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Get ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back